So every designer knows brand guidelines is the longest part of a branding project, but that finally changes. In this video, I'll show you the fastest and easiest way to create brand guidelines in Illustrator and how you can generate your own in seconds for free. So I previously made another video called how to create brand guidelines in Illustrator. This was me creating brand guidelines completely from scratch, doing it the manual way, but this method is by far the fastest and easiest way to create brand guidelines, not only in Illustrator, but just in general. Here you can see in Adobe Illustrator, we have an extension, Akrivi Guideit, and it is a brand guidelines generator. You can see we have our brand assets where we upload our brand assets. And here on the page, we have our logo, fonts, and colors. So to create our brand guidelines, it's going to take under a minute. So what I'm going to do is select the logo mark and I'm going to do set logo mark. And you can see Illustrator just registering the logo mark. And I'm going to do the same with logo type and full logo. So now they have all been set. I'm going to type in the brand name and I'm going to choose the font. So Montserrat. So I can choose the header font, sub-header font, and body font. So I'm just going to leave the body font. And for the brand colors, so I'm just going to insert that. I'm going to click on the color, take the hex code, and I'm going to paste it in. And then I'm going to do the same for the others. So now we've inserted all the brand assets, we can simply click generate. But before we do, we want to look through our automated templates. So you can see we have the brand assets tab here. But then if we look to the right, we have our templates tab. So when you click that, you can see a library of templates. The default template is set on corporate, but my favorite template is the tech template. And all we have to do is just click generate. So you can see our Connecto brand guidelines is ready. Please go through your document to make final changes. So you can see the brand guidelines has generated. I didn't edit the scenes, so you saw the full generation process. And we have our beautiful brand guidelines created, a vibrant brand guidelines that matches the brand. You can see the gradients all coming together. And you can see the logos have been automatically added to the right places. Not only the logos, but also the fonts. You can see is all added and is all placed correctly. And we can also see our colors converted and added as hex, RGB, and CMYK all placed on the page. And all of the relevant pages have been generated, so you don't need to worry on adding the right or wrong pages. So you have logos, colors, typography, visual elements, corporate assets, photography, and applications. And you can see you can go in and just add the brand images to complete the brand guidelines. And I've just generated a few other templates as well. So we have our contemporary template where you can see that it really matches the logo, where it has all of the circular graphics that are added along with the secondary color and has also been applied. And then we also have the urban theme. This works best with a condensed font, but again, you can go in and customize the sizes to make sure it works and it just all looks good. And lastly, we have our corporate theme, which is a very simple standard brand guidelines theme. One of the most annoying things about brand guidelines is having to re-export it every single time if the client wants a little change to the brand guidelines, if it's like a color change or a logo change. But with Gridit, you can share it online using Google Drive, and I'm going to show you how. So we have the Google Drive app installed. I'm using a Mac, and you can see this is the Google Drive app. So what I can do is just file, save as. So now that's been saved, I'm going to open Google Drive and you can see that it says syncing. And in a few seconds, it should say up to date. So our brand guidelines is up to date. And now what we can do is go to our browser and you can see that we have the brand guidelines online in a Google Drive. So this is what your client can see. Very simple, no issues. And of course, with brand guidelines, changes are always needed. So if a client wants a different logo or a different color, this means you're going to have to go through the whole brand guidelines and change every logo that you've inserted, change the color. And this is, again, very long. So one thing that we can do, let's say the client wanted a different color for the logo, and this is the color. So we go to brand assets, and then we just swap out the new logo and colors. And you can see again, it says up to date. We go to the internet, we refresh the page, and the brand guidelines has been updated, and this is what your client will see. If you want to speed up your brand identity workflow, Akrivi Studio lets you generate logo grids, bento grids, and full brand guidelines in seconds. You can start generating for free with a 3-day trial. The link is in the description. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and if you want to design professional brand identities 10 times faster, hit the subscribe button below.